Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Alpha Protocol. Today we're going to take on the big boss, Konstantin Brayko. And we've got no emails to prepare us for this, so we'll just hit up the clearinghouse and see what kind of intel we've got. Well, that's interesting. A special purchase from Stephen Heck to deliver an entire shipment of tainted cocaine to Brayko's mansion. And the other things are dossier info on Brayko and the Russian mob, and a map. And we are modding our game to remove SMGs. And as pointed out in the thread, it is called selling them. Doesn't get us a whole lot of money, because we never really had more than the basic SMG. But every little bit helps. Especially when we're going for that $150,000 advanced stealth armor. There it is. Oh, how I wish I could get that. The other option that I considered was the upgraded digital circuitry, which will integrated circuitry, excuse me, which makes the hacking minigames easier. But since we're skipping the computer ones entirely whenever possible, and the door locks, the tumbler locks that is, are still easy as pie, it would really only help us with the keypads. And for that, I might as well just buy some extra EMPs. And here are all the pistols I wish I could have, and some pistol mods. Boy, how I wish I could afford to spend money. There are more tranquilizer rounds for sale, but they're still ridiculously expensive. There are no steel core rounds, unfortunately. I could have used some for the boss fight. So we're left with nothing. It's just a matter of equipping our new EMPs. Otherwise, I'll spend, I don't know, about $5 grand, $5.5 grand for absolutely nothing. And in retrospect, I should have bought some first aid kits, since I knew going in that there was going to be a boss fight. But I'm a retard, so I didn't. We'll see how that plays out. And before I forget, since I'm about to walk out the door, stealth did just barely win. And it gives us an additional 10% reduction in enemy vision radius, which is going to be helpful for this. I am going to be sneaking to the best of my ability and knifing people in the throat as often as I can. As you can see, the next stealth ability is a longer shadow operative invisibility period, and the next pistol upgrade is a 5-shot chain shot instead of 3. So just keep those in mind in future votes. For now, off we go to... I can't think of an 80s cliche, sorry.
Contact visual.
So if you're going after Brayko, you can either sneak in or hit the front gate guns blazing. Whichever you choose, I suggest you not go in alone.
Already got both options covered, and I've got company.
What do you mean? Where are you?
Inside Brayko's compound. Albatross was nice enough to leave an opening for me.
On the hunt. Hostile.
And look, the game just conveniently hands us a neck to be stabbed. And by going in with G22, we also get a sniper rifle up here to take out the guards in the courtyard. There are 4 of them. 3 of them are stationary and 1 patrols around. And this is just to demonstrate how much the controls suck when you're using a sniper rifle on a PC. It's incredibly oversensitive. It's hard to get it going in exactly the right direction you want. Yes, this guy is the first one to kill as soon as that patrolling guard goes by him. Except as soon as is rather hard to do with mouse controls like that. And you want to get this guy, who is hidden from the guy on the right. Come on. Come on. There we go. Then this guy. And then the patrolling guy before he sounds any kind of alarm. Because if he does make a complete circuit, he'll notice the first guy's dead. It's a lot easier to do if by some voodoo magic you have actual decent controls. And the only way down from here is the zip line. If you really didn't want to use the sniper rifle, you could just zip line in and go in guns blazing, no matter what Albatross does for you.
Mike, the mansion security systems are a little dated.
So's the decor.
I think I can tap into the surveillance systems and use it to track down Braco or the Halbeck data. This whole place is wired on one circuit.
Halbeck data first, Braco later.
All right. I've isolated the main server. Looks like it's in the basement. A lot of traffic through there. It's probably the main security system, too.
And Braco?
Can't track him down, so be careful.
And Braco's so 80s he wears his sunglasses at night. Wait a minute, so do we. Anyway, here we are inside.
Ask you a question, you sit there, I catch you, you sit there, you bore the
Oh,
shit
it
out
sounds
of
like
me.
somebody's being bored the shit out of somewhere. I think it's fair to assume that that voice belonged to Constantine Braco. So I guess we are interrupting him mid-torture. And these guys are, again, pretty simple to kill in order as long as they're not looking at each other. And I have no idea what triggered that evasion. Everybody's on an opposite wall from me. Maybe I didn't get a perfect headshot. I don't know. Either way, the guy's facing away. It's a simple matter to sneak up and introduce his neck to open air. And fuck you, alarm panel. Seriously. And you may notice over here there's an arcade. That's our objective destination. But we want to explore all these little side areas first, because side areas have loot in them. Once again, we've got 2 static guards and a patrolling guard. And once again, it's just a matter of killing people while their backs are turned to each other. Fortunately, this guard on the far left, who is actually out of our line of sight, never turns around as far as I can tell. He'll either look toward the wall, which Mike is against, or toward the wall with that painting on it. So it's just a simple matter to come around. I'd really like to get a different knife stabbing animation. Of course, I'm not sure if there is one. It's been so long since I successfully knife stabbed someone that I don't even remember what it looks like anymore. But hey, here's money. This is about as hard as the tumbler locks ever get. About 12 seconds to start, maybe 10 at the very worst, and 5 tumblers. As long as you don't take it too quickly and accidentally misclick and shorten your time, you're pretty much gonna pass. This one's even easier, as you can see. We got 17 seconds and only 4 tumblers. But what does it lead to? A closet with another tumbler locked safe in it. I hope you really like watching me do tumbler locks. And for all that, what do we get? Information on Surkov. I guess that makes a little sense. If Surkov knew about Braco, then it would stand to reason that Braco could know about Surkov. And you may remember in the interrogation in the last video, Mike said that Z works for Halbeck, when in fact Z works for the VCI. And she's not even an official member, but she's under contract. And here's Champion Chick's intel with his actual real name. Here's Braco. The first half is pretty much whatever Surkov told us in previous cutscenes. And the second half is that he loves to torture the shit out of people. And if you actually try to shoot him, he's got some machine guns. So you can guess what kind of golden gun we would get from him if we executed him. Here's Surkov. Once again, we've got the XKGB. And down at the bottom, it really just says that he still has Mafia connections. That's not really that thrilling or exciting. I mean, obviously he has to have some connections to his old life to even know about Braco. And Braco's current dealings. So really, the fact that he's, you know, a ex-KGB businessman who's also got ties to the Russian mob, isn't that pretty much every businessman in Russia? That was a joke, don't shoot me.
Look at what you're wearing. Fucking scarf, stupid jacket.
Is he talking bad about scarves? Actually, I don't really give a shit. I never wear scarves. Now, this is a little bit of sequence breaking, but you'll have to forgive me for it. You see, going through that second door triggers a scripted ambush. It spawns in some extra guards. It closes off the exit. It's not fun. And it's, you know, pretty intuitive to just sit outside and shoot the guys you can shoot. So I went ahead and did that. We got a guy staring right at us. We'll have to use Shadow Operative.
Oh man, you'll never guess where I am now.
Arcade, right?
Yeah, how'd you know?
I recognize the sound of Galaxy Invaders.
Groove.
I used to play that all the time in high school. Uh-oh.
What?
They've locked down the room. I'll try to override the system, but you'll have to take them out first.
One high score coming up.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, don't worry about it. Killing them all should solve it.
So, yeah, after that entire discussion, there's only one guy left.
Yes! Close shave, eh?
But we did get some new knife animations, at least for this stage, so I'm happy about that. And we go on to the next room. Stealth breaks down a little bit here, because the game kind of assumes that you've triggered some sort of alarm, or you've at least been spotted. Hey, we leveled up. So it just spawns in bad guys that normally would just be, you know, already shooting at you. But since they're looking our way, I can't really go past. So all I can do is sit around and wait for Shadow Operative to refresh itself. Almost there, come on. And like I said, because this is a scripted sequence that assumes combat, I have a little stealth breakdown here. See, I got these two guys over here while they're distracted by G22, but I forgot that it spawns in more guys. And yeah, pretty much the two guys who come in to help you are doomed. You can't take on this many Russian mobsters. Whoops, grenade. And now we just got a guy peppering us. Oh, that's going to be a while. Let's switch back to chain shot. And all we can do is wait until we get our chain shot back so we can take him out. You notice there's one more red arrow off to the left. That's not an enemy. We'll find out what that is when we get around there. But first, loot grabbing. There's ammo out here where G22 busted in. Maybe that's why they all got killed in the firefight, because they left their ammo outside. Come over here and we find... oh, it's a stripper. Yeah, she's just going to cower there, so we can leave her alone.
I think I just walked into Braco's bedroom.
Are you sure?
Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't really comment. I mean, what more could I add that painting doesn't say already? I got us some money.
Team 2 holding position.
There's apparently another team of G22 guys, but we don't know where they are. And because I turned the wrong way and am generally not remembering correctly, I spend a number of seconds wandering around, wondering where the hell I'm supposed to go. If I had only turned away from the computer to my right instead of my left, I would have seen right away what I was supposed to do. Yep, the bookcase slides over. Braco's got a secret passage in his bedroom for some reason. It doesn't really make that much sense. I mean, this guy's freaking Russian mobster with this palatial mansion, and he's got a first floor master bedroom. That's some weird aesthetic that...
How many times I have to let my little friend catch you? You're not going to have any skill left after I'm done with you.
Wow. That torture is much worse than we thought if Braco was using his little friend to do the cutting. I don't even want to imagine, you know, the mechanics of that situation. Now you gotta be careful when you shoot that guy from across the hall, because if you accidentally shoot him in the wrong place, because bullets obviously don't stop for anything, you will hit and wound or kill the stripper. And Mina won't like that because the stripper's a civilian. So when you kill that guy, don't accidentally kill the stripper. we've got one more guy wandering around down here. And this staircase rail just doesn't want to cooperate. But, fortunately, he wanders over here. Now, down those stairs is our next objective, but first there's a bunch of loot to pick up in this little mini casino. $1? Oh. I guess the one guy had lost almost everything to the other guy. Talk about a chip in a chair there. Except, wait a minute, it was a craps table. How would that even work? Never mind. We've successfully looted Braco's miniature casino, which he has for some reason I don't know. And we don't want to miss this item back here. And then we're out the door. On to phase 2. Whoops, phone call.
Mike, I think that's Albatross Braco's torturing.
He let himself get captured? I have no idea how he survived in this business so long.
I don't know. But if he talks, he could expose you. But if he doesn't, then he's dead. Mike, from the sound of it, I don't know how much longer he's going to last.
It's either Albatross or the Data, then. Great.